to our medical terminology course, Unit 15. We are going to be discussing two body systems, the immune system and the lymph system, as they are interrelated. Our objectives for this unit, we're first going to talk about the immune system and the basic function and the anatomy. We're going to talk some new word parts of the immune system, so please make sure that you bring your word list with you. We're going to break down full terms associated with the immune system. We're going to talk some common diseases of the immune system, and then we're going to take a peek at the lymph system. So again, we're going to take a look at the basic function and anatomy of the lymphatic system. We'll talk some of those word parts, some of those new word terms. We're going to look at some common diseases of the lymph system, and then we're going to look at some abbreviations that are associated with both of those. Let's take a look at the function and the anatomy of the immune system. Okay, so you might know a few things about the immune system, but there's really two big functions when we look at it. One, we're really protecting ourselves from foreign invaders. Some of the biggest foreign invaders that we see in a human world is really bacteria and viruses, because those will make us pretty ill. There are several other things we protect against as well, but those ones are pretty important. The other thing that our immune system does is it learns about disease and how we've gotten sick over time, and it creates a long-term mechanism that we call antibodies in order to protect us from disease. All right, we're going to name a few basic organs. So the first up are some white blood cells. We do have a video up about our blood cells, but our white blood cells in particular are responsible for helping us with our immune system and for fighting off foreign invaders. White blood cells are made inside of the bones, and in particular in that section called the bone marrow, which is the very center of the bone. Up in your throat, through the back of your nose, inside of the nasal cavity, right, or those portions that are more inside the skull. You do have several sets of tonsils. I know most of us know the two at the side of our throat, but you do have a few others inside the nose and the back of the skull. But they are part of the immune system, so part of their job is to help us fight off foreign objects. Inside the chest, we do have this little gland that lies over the heart. It is a little bit enlarged here just so you can see it. It looks yellow. And it does have two portions like a butterfly's wing. That is the thymus. It does help to produce some cells that are important for our long-term immunity. Okay, next up is the spleen. This is close to the pancreas. But the spleen really helps us function more in the immune world and a little bit inside the blood. Okay, floating through your bloodstream, we have a number, and we're not going to get into details for this particular lecture, but you have some molecules floating around that we call antibodies. Antibodies help protect against all sorts of foreign substances that might get into the bloodstream. And to help keep those out, they are extremely efficient at doing this so that we maybe don't even know that they're doing their job, but that's a good thing.